Tennessee means it's around 9 to 10 hours difference from India.
And how about you? Where are you in India?
I am in West Coast, Maharashtra. Brother is on East Coast. Prasanna is on East Coast. I am on the West Coast. But we have only one time zone. Like we don't have many time zones. Only 2 hours difference is there. So only one time zone is there.
We are live streamed on YouTube, not on Facebook. So you
Pardon?
are ready to. We are live streamed on YouTube, not on
Yes.
Facebook.
Okay, I'll start. So today's
please,
open mic poetry recital. I'll commence the open mic poetry recital, and I'm live on Facebook also. So hello to all the members present over here, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon as per your time zone. So I am Shilpa Shah, your host for today's event. And today I would like to invite Mr. Richard first to recite his poetry. Mr. Richard, you can take the charge. And please, all the other members can keep their mics mute for some time.
Thank you so very much. I've got two little ones for you. Hopefully they'll bring you a little bit of amusement. This first one is called The Cry of the Gopher. You know, we celebrate all these grand ideas and grand things. I thought once in a while I'd like to celebrate something small and tiny and silly. So this is called The Cry of the Gopher is Heard in the Land. Or at least on the golf course where she breaks into sand. Or there in the garden where she feasts on for relief, bringing countless of yard gardeners all kinds of grief. The cry of the gopher, relentless and wily, even though when she sits on her haunches and grins, and she looks quite wily. And with her charming grin and receding chin, even when we lose, well, she's eating to win. And the cry of the gopher is heard in the land, and thousands of gardeners have their garden hopes ground to sand. And she snuffles along with her nose to the ground. I think she's pondering something profound. And all the pundits gather round to listen, rapt where she stands, and the sound of the gopher is heard in the land. And then this last one, you know, those of us who try to honor the wishes of the divine and have no respect and don't try to collect a lot of things, live a selfless life, we all still end up with what's called a junk drawer, where we throw all that extra stuff in. So this is a tribute to the junk drawer. What's in a junk drawer? A plethora, a veritable cornucopia of pencils, pens, markers, and marbles, a couple of old box tops from long-lost German loggers, clips and slips of ancient purchases, a little more than the tip of a toenail of a Colombian hippopotamus, some screws, an earring, several other mementos equally endearing, bits of string, a rubber band or two, sticky tape, and two kinds of glue, both nearly empty, I say peremptorily, but just enough to see you through these two tiny and near empty bottles of glue, staples, stickers, a couple of stamp lickers, some very sharp pins, just enough to stab you when you put your searching fingers in, a ruler, some scissors, and just in case, a bottle of whiteout to cover mistakes. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mr. Richard, and it was a beautiful rendition of poetry, and the verse was very beautiful and very thoughtful also. And
thank you so much.
Yes, now I'll call upon my second participant, Ms. Gargi. Ms. Gargi, are you there? Ms. Gargi Mishra.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. So you can take up the charge.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am, for welcoming me. It's an honor to be the part of this platform. I am really learning a lot since the very beginning. And thank you all the poets.
We also are learning with you. It's a learning process for all.
I have started my baby steps, ma'am, but I am looking up to all the
it's not
esteemed...
It is whatever it is, you have at least tried. That is more important, and it's like first step is always needed to reach somewhere, right?
I completely agree with you. Thank you so much for encouraging, ma'am. And I would like to offer a small tribute to Ms. Rupali Sarkar Gaur, who has, I think, last to last session, she has mentioned something about rejection. I would like to reflect upon that. Rejection is so important in life, and she has applied for making a home, I
And
think,
that is
abroad.
also
And
like that will
yeah,
also make you some productive, do something productive and constructive sometimes in life if you take
absolutely.
it positively.
Yes, 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 absolutely, ma'am. Lovely discussion. So as she told that the immigration officer has rejected her application, and but she has learned a lot and she has taken it so positively. I'm pretty, pretty much inspired by her thought. I was working as a teacher, and every month there will be a quote of the day. And the quote of the day has to be so positive that even a single word, a single letter should not be negative. Like
Yeah,
suppose there is
even I am
something.
a teacher by profession, so I have to be very careful when I am talking to children, and like I have to use very correct words in front of children. Like if they are getting wrong, I say no, it's like you are learning, you are not getting
Yes.
anything wrong. It's okay if you
Yes.
get it wrong, like it happens,
Yes.
you are learning, like we have to encourage them saying like this.
Exactly. All the respect, my, wholehearted respect to all the teachers. I really admire you a lot as a teacher. And I would repeat the same thing, that even if a negative word, like suppose revenge, revenge is a very negative word, but how to put it positively across the children, we would like Gandhiji has once said that an eye to an eye makes the whole world blind. Instead of saying this, we can tell it like this: that the best revenge is something like this. I will just put it. Yeah. The best revenge is a massive success. When we become successful ourselves, our enemies, they get very jealous of us, and that is the best revenge we can take. So in this way, we can convert a negative thing into positive. So my today's poetry is all about rejection. The title I have selected is Rejection. And even though we get rejected so many times, I have applied in DPS North in Bangalore. I got rejected. So it was my hard work which made me successful. I got in a very reputed school like Vivgyor. I just, joined as a teacher. So it was my failure which led me to think what I'm lacking, and then I'm there. So
Go ahead with your
um,
rendition.
yes. So this is about rejection, and there we go. The broken mellow sun rays falling through the sleepy gaps of my curtain is not only a rehash of the past. These are the reminders of the broken dreams from the azure sky once envisioned from the most aesthetic corners of our hearts. A wish, an innocent wish, remained hollow. A naive aspiration remained inoperable. Being rejected, you're left broken, angry, devastated, like a shaded leaf, unwanted, unuseful. How pitiful it is that in the crowd we are left abandoned, isolated, lonely, and forlorn. Even if these rejections induce so much pain and frustration, even if these rejections induce so much pain and frustration, probably for lifelong, your heart cries out for the prayer and hymns which eventually makes us strong. Every existence in this world challenged with rejection in their journey finally surrenders to God in admissibleness, so annoyingly provoking.
Correct alcohol and additive, belated schedule.
Really?
And it's just
Excuse me, stop talking. Stop. I'm extremely sorry.
No
I'm
problem.
really sorry. I'm so sorry,
That's
guys.
okay.
That's really shameful.
That's
Oh my
okay,
God.
Miss Alexandra. We all have.
I'm sorry I came in and my mic was open. Please forgive me.
No
Okay,
problem.
it's okay, ma'am.
It's okay. So I will carry it on. They remind us how gullible our hearts were, which fell for bewitching cold autumn breeze. Our dried self-esteem consumes upon the pleasure of appreciation and regard. A divine persona warmly shielding us with the prizing comfort and approbation by whistling the rhythm of love into the ears, fasting and starving for a desire of acknowledgement. but it was mistakenly assumption. It was a mistaken assumption, a misinterpreted rapture. A bleeding heart, once shot at the range of point blank, slowly heals up to normal. Spirit, unwilling to die in front of the punch of projection, relentlessly slammed onto our face. Unjustified persecution, invalidated emotion, bitter capsules of rejection we savor with courage and brilliant splash of humor. We fight the void in us and exhaust it with spectacular positivity and prowess. We all noxious souls, long intoxicated by selfishness and ego. Rejections are much needed panacea for the survival of humanity. As the sun climbs up the sky, the dark canvas of rejection gets painted with perplexing effervescent rays white. Our bleeding heart, once shot at the range of point blank, slowly heals up to normal and everything becomes all right. Frozen life feels much better, brimming with invigorating laughter, strange respect steering our life to a sojourn ecstasy. Shameful, unadmired beauty, enmeshed in the infidelity of vaingloriousness, flamboyant mind once engaged in the constant argument in the sleepless night. How hard it is to get over the harrowing webs of anxiety. How tough it is to move on from the shackles of the mind's narrow configuration. Honestly, it is a platonic experience to taste the pills of rejection. Rejections are slow, but the best detoxifiers which arouses humility and modesty. Thank you all. That's all from me. Thank
It was a
you all.
wonderful verse, ma'am. Thank you for your verse as well as participation today. Now I'll move on to
Thank you,
next
Ms. Shilpa. Thank you.
participant, Mr. Sridharan Parakode. You can take the charge today. You can recite your poem.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, you can start.
As usual, let me say a few lines from Malayalam. Okay. Albudam. It is wonder. Albudam. ഒറ്റയായി നടക്കാനും നിൽക്കാനും ഇരിക്കാനും പറ്റുകില്ലെന്നോർത്തിട്ടോ പാവമീ ഭൂമണ്ഡലം അച്ചുതണ്ടിന്മേലല്ലോ ചുറ്റിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു ആദ്യന്തഹീനം രാവും പകലും കണക്കെന്നും അറിയില്ലാരാണിതിന് ഇങ്ങനെ ഊർജം നൽകി കരുതി സൂക്ഷിക്കുന്നതെന്തൊരത്ഭുത ലോകം. Yes, my poem was like that. With the axis. Is it because of the inability to walk alone, standing at ease and sit comfortably, the poor earth is revolving around? Is it because of the inability to walk along, standing at ease, and sit comfortably, the poor earth is revolving around? With the help of the axis, unable I am to understand who gives it that much energy to do it. Unable I am to understand who gives it that much energy to do it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your brains.
Thank you, Mr. Sridharan. And it was like the Malayalam lines. They were like I cannot understand the language, but they sounded very beautiful to me.
Okay, thank you very much.
Next, I'll call Mr. Don Deblu. Mr. Don Deblu, you can take the charge and recite. Mr. Don, D-O-M, Dom or Don? I can't read the name fully. Wait, let me check the name.
It's Dominic.
Okay, Dom Deblu.
Yeah.
Dom Deblu, please,
Yeah.
you can take the charge and recite your.
Thank you. I've got a couple of poems I'd like to read out. The first one is based on the fact that I grew up during the 1980s at the height of Thatcherism in the UK and Reaganism in the US. And this era, which emphasized monetary greed at the expense of almost anything else, made it very difficult to express one's creativity in any meaningful way at school or work, etc. So I wrote this in response. Metamorphosis. During culture wars, I was a troubled actor. From hero to clown, I played every archetype. My myriad masks, personas became frozen. Life's brightly lit stage was rendered dark, ominous. And then all my props and my crutches were broken by cunning agents who caught power's corridors. Now I surrender to the light and I am free from the trials of fire. Self-contained, I have no need of futile pantomimes. I no longer jump through hoops but pursue my dreams without state interference. And the second one is called Our Ancestral Spirits. We once dwelt in the rivers and forests, and we once enchanted the wider world. We once helped you to name and bless the best in your shadow kingdoms. Songs of wild birds guided us towards a much greater light. We once taught you the wisdom of ages. We taught you how to avoid dreadful nights. But now removed from history's pages by the cold judgment of modernity, we can no longer address you. Only sometimes can we whisper to you in dreams and remind you of days of gold and green, when you basked in eternity's sunlight, when the flow of nature's blood was divine. Although like angels of lament we have fled, we can still observe the living and the dead. We are witnesses to humanity in an era that is too blind to see. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dom. It was an excellent verse on your part. And now I'll move on to another participant, Miss Jackie Chow. Take the charge, ma'am. Miss Jackie.
Okay. I think I'm gonna read some haiku.
Yeah, no problem. You can do, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry, I'm taking a minute to bring it up. Okay, let's see. Okay, I know what I'm gonna read. Okay, there's a form of poetry called charita. I'm just gonna read a couple of them. They're very short, almost like tanka, but they tell stories. A green apple, unbruised yet sour to the core. This love sickness, deeper than skin. I return all my books to the library. My own stories need to be told more urgently. Walking so slowly, my shoulder weighed down by my purse. There's no one. The lake where I sat with the ostracized boy at school. I share my muffin with the duck. Post-it note, my college roommate's complaint. Now a memento, wedged between pages of a scrapbook. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jackie. Now I'll move to another participant, Mr. Ronnie Tucker. Are you there? Ronnie Tucker.
Yeah,
You can take
I kind of wasn't really prepared this morning. I got.
I can't see your video. I can hear you. I can't see you.
Yeah, I was going to see if I could. You might not be able to see me if I could jump, and I'm gonna try to get up one off my Facebook, and you might not could see me, but you could hear me reading it if that'd be okay.
Okay, no problem. You can start.
Yeah, just hang on. Let me jump over here, and I'm gonna grab it up right quick.
You can start recitation.
Okay, I'm trying to get it up here. Hold on here. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
All right, it's called Nocturnal Nicotine, and it goes like this: dreams you never see are for real. So cold, so cold. Echoes in the room called your mind. Mirrors in your eyes, so alive, so alive. So near, so far, so deadly. Surrounded in mysteries. No disguises, no applause. Red lights, the wind is all right. The serpent slips the seam. Hang on, stranger. My abyss is open for you. Come float in my mind for a while. I will take you there. I will take you there. To some ethereal plane no one knows about. Loose threads dangle in my realm of angels. A particle in a paper cup, so we hide ourselves in. Is it me? Only for a moment. Now the moment is gone. A bloody holiday in oh so many ways. Clouds inside my coffee and nicotine stains. Taste the sweetness of my sire. Bitter is the mouth that swallows. Upon my tapestry, I weave my necromancer. Welcome to my performance. I dance like Jagger, a moss of a rolling stone. Dreams of a witch house. All is the season of change. So strange. Cast the occultic madness and retain essence in sputtering words barely uttered. For my friend, my dreams are horrifying, and you cannot leave. Once you have entered, you should have read the fine print. Now you are here forever, so hang on for the ride. Okay? that,
Thank you,
that
Mr.
was it.
Thank you, Mr. Ronnie. Now, it was a wonderful recitation. Now I'll call upon. Ma'am, I can't see your name. It is your number 790297.
That's me, Jaya Kalyan Raman.
Okay. So now I'll call upon Ms. Jaya for the recitation. You can take the charge, ma'am.
Thank you. So this is a poem I wrote when I lost my battle to weight gain. Okay.
See, ma'am, as long as we are alive, we have not lost anything.
No, just a battle. Listen to my poem and then you can tell me whether I've lost something or not. So here goes. Love is a 4-letter word. No, wait. Love is more than just a 4-letter word. Sitting near the exit door, diaper bag upon the floor, sleeping the sleep of a brand new mum. Up, I jumped when my name was called. Meeting summoned by my boss to plan an event. Don't remember the course was thrust on me. Nowhere to go, I was told to organize a fashion show. Fashion, I loved. But to show once more a body that I no longer adored was a challenge. But I took it on. That's when the body shaming began. Was she really a flight stewardess? I heard it said. Look at her now. What a mess. My firstborn was just 2 months old, and my mama Conch was out on show. Jane Fonda and jogging became my goal. Low fat, no carbs, no fad diets. Galore. No doubt about it. I did get, sorry, I've forgotten it. Let me do this verse again. Jane Fonda and jogging became my goal. Low fat, no carbs, fat diets galore. No doubt about it, I did get fit. But the scales, they did not move a bit. From machines that work on you while you rest to health spas, Ayurveda, I did my best. Gymming and spinning with no sign of thinning, I put my dear husband's wallet to the test. Perhaps a thyroid problem, I was told. Everything was put on hold. Batteries of tests I daily endured, at the end of which I was unceremoniously told, you won't lose weight. Not in this lifetime. You won't lose weight. But the adrenaline rush and the endorphins high, the cardio machines had become part of my life. I continued gymming for the love of that space. Fat I was, but couldn't accept it with grace. I was walking down the street one day. A man stopped me on my way, pointing to a diet ad. His insult was as clear as day. How dare you? How dare you? And turning quickly, I walked away. The sales girls at the cosmetic stores begin their sales pitch as you enter the door. Foreign creams and lotions they show, promising miracles for your skin. And before you know it, you are sucked in. The wait is endless. It never stops. Till your friends tell you of your radiant smile and sparkling eyes, of your never die spirit and your busy hands, and of the love you bring to those you care. Love is more than just a four-letter word. It is the thing that through thick and thin makes you perfect in your own eyes and in your own skin, makes you brave enough to growl, how dare you? How dare you? Love is what you give yourself once you accept all change and all that is. Thank you.
It was a very explicit and excellent words and applicable to many, I believe. Like many of us in real life go through all these emotions in our life as females, and all the body shaming and the struggle with us and all.
Exactly.
So this is a kind of a real life experience you had put into the words very well and very well framed. Thank you for your beautiful expression also, ma'am. And now I'll call upon our other participants. Mr. Isaac Cohen, you can take the charge. Mr. Isaac, you can take the charge and recite your words.
What? Wait a minute. I am. Wait a minute. Yes. Yes, sorry. Dear Silva and dear all my friends in the world. Ida Cohen. To my darling, you're not Cohen Peltz. You flew over my Florida eyes like a hummingbird. You sip my nectar. Did you have your fill? You sip and moved on like a muse feeding me a song piecemeal. Those goes on our story. We will love together for eternity. And the second was Adekoya, Charlie. I am Charlie. Not need to spell out. Turning look. Challenging gate. Rose in lapel. Maybe some girl responds. The world is a stage. I concurred. Thank you, Hardcoin, Israel.
It was a wonderful verse, Mr. Isaac. Now I'll move on to another participant over here. I'll call Miss Sweetie Sharon. Can you take the charge? Sweetie Sharon.
Hello, very good evening, everyone. I'm Sweetie Sharon from India. I would like to recite a poem of Love Me Again, which I collaborated this morning along with Sir Ronnie Tucker, whom I call Granddad. Actually, then the poem goes this way. A star falls, another lonely heart is broken. Another soul is left bleeding. The twilight is sparkling in the moments gone by, as dancing ghosts hide in left behind memories. Love sometimes is so fleeting. Once you can grasp it, then it's lost. It becomes so distorted and so fragile, an endless echo, a reflection so ecstatic and so static. When tears run dry, will you still cry? You'll still hold on to those beautiful moments that seem like yesterday. A smile falls, another star lost shine, another spark lost its gleam, the sky without radiance in the moments gone by, as waking memories waking memories get faded. Love is eternal, but age is fleeting. Once time passes by, it cannot be regained. Scintillating as a pole star, an endless gleam, a light beam so alluring and so luring. When emotions turn cold, will you still remain young? Will you still hold on to those perfect moments that seem age old? Only time will tell. Reflections to a golden eye, dreams wished for and moments shattered. All that's left is for the hope of love again. Only time will tell. Reflections to an aspiring eye, dreams wished for and moments shattered. All that is left is for the love of is for the hope of love again. Composed by poet Ronnie Tucker and poetess Sharon Sweetie this morning. I mean, the 9th of July 2023. And it's our 7th collaboration regarding Love Me Again. So thank you one and all for having given us this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Sweetie, for the wonderful verse you had written and recited. And now I'll move to our next participant, Mr. Lantern Carrier. As always, you are here to inspire and motivate us. Can you take the charge and give some inspiration to all the members today?
Thank you very much, my dear. Thank you so much, my DDG. The first piece is called This Love. This love contains the birthless kiss of songless sounds and blissful silence, a rapturous wave of holiness that makes me swoon and inebriated with the precious wine of supernal glory and infinite light. This love cleanses my uncomely shadows with the fire of paradise, pruning me like sunlight does roses, granting me the sweet pains of adversity so that I become the glowing candle of its effulgent delight. I saw her numerous times, her vast seeds of contemplation too mystical to mention, the profundity of her heart a ceaseless blessing for my once rugged cobwebs of a life. Her gaze and smile a bewildering trip into the mansions of my soul. This love is immaculate and timeless, a self-transcendent flame imploring my heart with the impunity of moksha, of self-discovery. She speaks to me in the flowers and in the arias of Mozart. She waltzes in the cadences of cosmic constellations shimmering with moons and stars. I feel her gentleness, secretly guiding souls in the darkest conflicts, a temperate justice bursting into the joyfulness of compassion, temporarily hidden from fools, but granted to the downtrodden and impoverished to feed their spirits, hungering for the light of freedom. This love is birthless and unspoken. And how can I describe a realm which is limitless and humble, revealing itself to children, yet hidden from the scholarly and those who teach or execute our laws? This love is the lawgiver and its maker, the alchemist and the fire that... Sorry? This love is the lawgiver and its maker, the alchemist, and the fire that burns, turning our natural resources to gems and gold. She's in the breeze and in the aromas of jasmines, in the snowflakes that drifts and land as dew, in the elegant splendor of winter's clematis or choral symphonies. This love is me. I am the ocean in the drop, and the drop in the ocean, only waiting to dissolve like sugar, to merge in the sweet solitude of my immortal grandeur. That was one. The Rain of Love, poem 2. Rain moistens and nourishes the soil, lovingly nurturing it to become fertile. It drenches the drought, bringing the gifts of smile and laughter to the many faces of the impoverished. It is a cosmic blessing, invoking a pageantry of verdant green trees and foliage, an abundance of harvest, a quintessential vista of beauty to Mother Earth, springing up from the sacred shower from heaven. Rain cleanses and soothes. It cleanses the muddy earth, the unfertile sediments left behind by heavy famines, the murky riverbanks and infested weeds, as well as bringing solace to the lonely and despairing human hearts. Like love, it erases our shadows with the quiet reflection and stillness of the moment, or for many a lonely night. Like rain, love rejuvenates the magnificence of the soul, bringing the rays and blossoms of our inner lotuses to light. Entangled by a mirage of shadows, I become barren like farming soil, and so my love rain says, come, hold my hands, let me take you through the fire of adversity. Granting me wings like a dauntless falcon, she inspires me to fly to perennial safety. I feel a serenity of fullness in the arms of heavenly entities, nymphs and minstrels consoling me with celestial luminance. Rain also mixes with earth and becomes mud, somewhat like avarice, callousness, and complacency, having the capacity to share their abundance, yet driven by consumer markets. The messy mud of desire and gold taints its kindred spirits, like a river flooding its banks, carrying trees, houses.
London career.
Yes. I'm reading, I'm not finished. The messy mud of...
There is some disturbance, I think.
The messy mud of desire and gold taints its kindred spirits, like a river flooding its banks, carrying trees, houses, and everything else in its path of destruction. I can't read like that. This is too much disturbance. Are you able to mute this person?
Yes, yes. Sorry, Mr. I have muted just now. You can continue.
The messy mud of desire and gold taints its kindred spirits like a river flooding its banks, carrying trees, houses, and everything else in its path of destruction. Tormented by bigotry, discrimination, and inequity, they become like fierce storms, thunder, and lightning that comes with rain, delaying the progress and richness of life. Generally, Gaia's reign is peaceful, tranquil, conveying a sweet feeling of lying in the stillness of aquamarine corals and pearls. The reign of love burns like fire on the anvil of the master alchemist, removing the dross of my ignorance, even as she shapes me into an honored guest, banqueting at the table of 1,000 lovers in paradise. London Carrier, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lanton Carrier, and apologies for the disturbance in between. It didn't happen intentionally, but unintentionally it got, like, I couldn't mute the member. So it was a beautiful and inspiring verse. And thanks for your participation always. Now I'll move to another participant, Mr. Ray Whittaker. Can you take the charge?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm grateful for participating with this group, and I really appreciate the words I've heard so far from everyone all over. It is morning here in Colorado, in the United States, and I have two pieces to read for you this morning.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm going to start with a piece I wrote just a few days ago. It's called Laceration. What can I do standing there feeling torn in two? Her standing there, I dreamt in color, leaving, knowing in haste, the sight of everything that exists is transformed in some way or another. Realizing that I can't do all by myself, feeling torn in two. To take a chance, take that first step towards in those dreams, the two. Having deep wounds, these stopped bleeding not so long ago. What can I do standing there, feeling torn in two? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Whittaker. Now I'll move to my another participant, Miss Maria.
I have another
second
piece.
verse is there. Sorry, my apologies.
Okay, I have one more piece. It's not long.
You can take.
Okay, this one is entitled Animals. Seeing you there, you are the ruby-throated hummingbird of the first to fly north into a blossomless land. Perhaps you are the mule deer, gazing on the green fields of life, gently avoiding the presence of predators. Maybe you are a spotted African wild dog, emoting into a family in a pack 30 strong, raising pups, playing, hunting together. Seeing you where you are at this time, solitary as a gray and black snow leopard climbing your remote Yemen mountain peak. Perchance with the dark wingspan of a condor, sailing far above the earth, looking, seeking the carrion below to clean up. Most likely, you are the ring-necked dove, flying ever so fast in seeking a peaceful place, a beautiful accord. I see you there when others do not spot your camouflage, still in the snow as an observant white wolf watching to pursue. All give their lives in nature's order given by our Creator above. None of us live in a zoo in cages. The freedoms of the wildlife beckon to our sense of liberty. Inclinations sound deep in our internal harmony. We speak and walk as if there is a certain place to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Whitaker. And sorry for I didn't realize that you had to recite 2 poems. It was
It's all right.
beautiful rendition, and thanks for the participation. Now I'll move on to another participant, Miss Maria. Can you take the charge, ma'am?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy to be with you all once more. My poem is about a loss of a dear one. The title of the poem is Recalling. Here I go. Calmness of sea, I smile, drop tears. Its image of you, draft of past. Mind's memory, full evidence. On this bench by the shore, I cry. Hopes beat, but we cannot meet fast. Calmness of sea, I smile, drop tears. Stars in sky above, you are on. Blinking to me, sweet honey kiss. Mind's memory, full evidence. Darling, why life did us to halves, we no more surfing on same waves. Calmness of sea, I smile, drop tears. Now I go days looking at sea, he calling what is all gone. Mind's memory, full evidence. I know it will not be forever. If today we are far away, and calmness of sea, I smile, drop tears, mind's memory, full evidence. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. It was a fantastic verse, beautiful as always. Now I'll move to other participants. I think only few are left. Miss Alexandria, can you take the charge?
I'm still feeling embarrassed from interrupting Gargi.
You can start your verse.
So it's a very short poem. Today it's just very short. My dreams pure froth, unstoppable waves, incessantly moving forward, small and large, calm and swelling, shallow and deep. Each crest the perfection of my reality. Improvising with silvery dolphins towards an uprising and declining horizon. So very short today, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I'll move to other participants. Miss Saraswati Poswal, can you take the charge?
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab. Myself Saraswati Poswal from Panipat, India. Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me to this great event show, evening session. Thank you so much. I'll recite my 2 poems today, one in Hindi and one in English.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, first one is the English one. The title of my poem is Children. Children. Children are the pure soul. They easily grasp and adjust people and places with the tranquil, admiring hearts. Children are the pure soul. They easily grasp and adjust people and places with the tranquil, admiring hearts. They sprinkle smile on earth. They sprinkle smile on earth. No hypocrisy, no diplomatic junctures cross to their heart. They sprinkle smile on earth. No hypocrisy, no diplomatic junctures cross to their heart. Unless we elderly people ask them to pay, to obey or unfollow, loving every big and small, living and non-living assets. Unless we elderly people ask them to obey or follow, unloving, loving and being, big and small, living and non-living, with no expectation is always their goal. Smile on their face, with no expectation is always their goal. Smile on their faces is truly contagious, which makes everyone to adore and forget the sorrow. Children are like nature, they love and explore, and everyone, you and all, they love me and you. This was the title poem on children. Now another one I'll recite is Hindi poem. हिंदी कविता है, इसका शीर्षक है शब्द की महिमा. शब्द means word. I'll give a brief explanation in English also in mind. शब्द की महिमा. Description of word. शब्द स्थावर जंगम जोगी. शब्द से काया रहे निरूपी. Words are pure thoughts. Words are body and soul, and it keeps our soul pure and without any infection. शब्द को पाए रहे योगी. शब्द जो पाए रहे वो योगी. Whosoever find the word, he becomes a saint. शब्द जो पाए रहे योगी. Who finds the words, he becomes a saint. शब्द ही मित्र, शब्द ही शत्रु, शब्द ही स्थावर जंगम जोगी. Words are friend, words are enemy. We make ourselves with our word. शब्द ही ज्ञानी, शब्द ही ज्ञानी को विद्वान बनाते. शब्द ही ज्ञानी को विद्वान बनाते. Words make every person knowledgeable. शब्द ही जगत में सम्मान दिलावे. Words only give empowerment to every soul, and they give a respect. With our words we can receive. शब्द की महिमा जिसने भी जानी. शब्द की महिमा जिसने भी जानी, शब्द ही करे वो बखानी. Whosoever came to know the power of word, he can use that word and he become empowered, and he can explain everything with that word. Words have so much power. They are the empowered soul. Words are only the soul. शब्द ही बाजे शब्द बजावे. Words only echoes in our heart, in the universe, or they keep on surrounding ourselves with the words only. शब्द ही बाजे शब्द बजावे. शब्द ही नाचे शब्द नचावे. Words only make us dance. Words only make others dance, and words they help us in enjoying the life. शब्द ही राजा रंक बनावे. Words only make us king and queen. Words only make us poor and rich. हम हैं शब्द, शब्द हम माही. We all are words. हमसे भिन्न और कुछ नहीं. We all are words. हम खुद ही एक शब्द हैं. We all are words. Or there is nothing in this world, universe, entire different from our words. Words have empower. Words are powerful, and words are everything. We become with words whatever we say. This was a poem of mine in Hindi. Hope you like it.
Yeah. Words are energy. They give us energy and they take away the energy. Both it has impact on both. And the first poem also on children was very good. It was your own thought about children and how you look at children. You presented it very beautifully. And thanks for your participation and keep coming every week, ma'am. Next participant I'll call upon Unmesh Mohitkar. Can you take the charge?
Hey, Shilpa, thanks a lot. Today I will read few Hindi poems. Hopefully I am audible and visible, right?
Yeah, you are audible.
सूरज और चांद में फर्क बहुत है. सूरज और चांद में फर्क बहुत है. एक उगता है तो दूसरा ढलता है. ये रिश्ता अजीब है. अंधेरे में चांद सूरज की रोशनी से दमकता है. उधार की रोशनी में इतरता है. सूरज बेचारा नासमझ नादा अपनी ही आग में जलता है. न जाने कितने चांद उसकी रोशनी में अपने पे गुरूर और नाज करते हैं. अपने पे गुरूर और नाज करते हैं. और एक और है. नजरिया दुनिया का कुछ भी हो, तुझको तेरी नजर में कोई गिरा सकता नहीं. हजारों साल जमी में दफन हीरे का हर पहलू जाने जोरी. हजारों साल जमी में दफन हीरे का हर पहलू जाने जोहरी. अरे गहरे को इससे कोई सारोकार नहीं. आशिकों को खूबसूरत लगे चांद. आशिकों को खूबसूरत लगे चांद. ज्वार की शैतानी लहरों में फंसे जो नौका, उसको चांद की खूबसूरती का कोई वास्ता नहीं. उसको चांद की खूबसूरती का कोई वास्ता नहीं. थैंक यू. थैंक्स अ लॉट.
बहुत ही सुंदर कविता और रचना थी आपकी. थैंक यू वेरी मच. And now I'll call upon another participant, Miss Til Kumari Sharma from Nepal. Can you take the charge?
Okay, thank you, ma'am, inviting me to recite poem. So I'm going to recite a poem about the road less traveled by people. The complex road full of dark forest, thick forest in the snowy scene. The steps to climb difficult enough, no one can enter there. Started to walk. Dark and night, even in daytime, no one has entered it, but I take courage. No one had chance of meeting me in peak. I traveled alone with my brave foot, sketching photos and videos, looking around whether there is tiger. The beauty of dark is common to me, feeling strongest in universe, taking courage of survival, lone struggle in earth. Bravest in this dark earth, not seen by blind souls, I am walking and walking, remembering my father and his social justice. His motivation not to afraid of anything, his love to my horse riding in childhood. The traveling is joy enough, so let me give chance to travel alone, feeling strongest of all to face any struggle. Death is afraid of me, it kills of my opponent. Death is close, the mate of me, thinking me the strongest traveler of the earth. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for all.
Thank you, ma'am. And it was a beautiful verse on your part. And now I'll call only, I think, few participants are remaining. I can see, okay, 2 participants are remaining. Ms. Setaluri Padmavati, can you take the charge, ma'am?
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Shilpa ma'am, for inviting me. The title of my poem is You Start Dying Slowly. If you don't begin the day with a smile, if you don't see the faces of your loved ones, if you don't listen to the sound of voices, you start dying slowly. When you live for the sake of society, when you pretend you are loved, when you feel lonely amidst folks, you start dying slowly. If you don't listen to the song of birds, if you don't feel the sound of raindrops, if you don't see the world around you, you start dying slowly. When you stop reading your favorite books, when you stop enjoying dance and music, when you feel the world is within you, you start dying slowly. If you love honestly what you're doing, if you find yourself amidst loving people, if you believe in your own conscience, you start living slowly. Yes, you start living slowly. Thank you.
Thank you. It was very short and sweet verse and also inspiring us to be happy and smiling always. Now
Thank you,
I'll move to our another participant, Dr. Ganga Lakshmi Patnaik. Ma'am, can you take the charge?
Yes, madam. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure to join in the Open Live Recital video program. Of course, little bit late. I came to know lately. Coordinated by esteemed prolific poet, Madam Silpa, admin Fertile Brains. I would like to recite two poems. The title of my first poem is Savan Splendor. Savan Splendor. It's Savan Mass, whose arrival makes all ropes of relationships get tangled here. It's Savan Mass, whose arrival makes all ropes of relationships get tangled here, excites throbbing hearts to go faster, all our long treasured griefs disappear. Excites throbbing heart to go faster, all our long treasured griefs disappear. At least one idea clear, Shravan goes strong month of joy giddy. At least one idea clear, Shravan goes strong month of joy giddy. I began to realize Shravan symbolizes celebration of rain, friendship, energy, family. I began to realize Shravan symbolizes celebration of rain, friendship, energy, family. When we play in ecstasy and joy in the rain waters, when we play in ecstasy and joy in the rain waters, the butterflies of our wishes flutter about, life breathes in and whispers. The butterflies of our wishes flutter about, life breathes in and whispers. We experienced excitement with flavor and grandeur, promise, love, content, harmony, delight, merriment. We experienced excitement with flavor and grandeur, promise, love, content, harmony, delight, merriment. Like a patch of floating clouds, we float and flutter with delight. Like a patch of floating clouds, we float and flutter with delight. This recitation is over. Congratulations all the poets for Happy World Chocolate Day that passed on July 7th, 2023. Now I'm reciting about chocolate. The title is When My Hobby Returns with Chocolates. When my hobby returns with chocolates. Life is easy when you have an amazing partner sharing cream chocolates. Petals of my ecstasy offer pollens of dreams. Join me in taking a bite, indulging delightful chocolate treats. Life is easy when you have an amazing partner sharing cream chocolates. Petals of my ecstasy offer pollens of dreams. Join me in taking a bite, indulging delightful chocolate treats. Amid evening's animated flutter, yummy, divine, delicious, melty, creamy chocolates, glitter with milk chocolates, sweet German chocolates, white chocolates galore. If give, I could eat 100 pieces more. Amid evening's animated flutter, yummy, divine, delicious, melty, creamy chocolates, glitter with milk chocolates, sweet German chocolates, white chocolates galore. If give, I could eat 100 pieces more. Such rare gifts, dark chocolates, honeyed, flavorful, spicy, juicy chocolates, I treasure to brighten face of dawn beyond time's uninvited, unrestricted measure. Such rare gifts, dark chocolates, honeyed, flavorful, spicy, juicy chocolates, I treasure to brighten face of dawn beyond time's uninvited, unrestricted measure. One can capture one's heart with special chocolates, honeyed, sweet, pleasant, bold, nutriment at any moment. I need good treat, entertainment, tidbit, amusement, delight, white chocolate, dark milk in abundant, super abundant. I know I could eat 100 pieces moral segment. Now it is over. My thanks to all the poets. Special thanks to Silpa madam.
Thank you,
You
ma'am.
made
And
our
your
mouth
first
water, we have started watering, our mouth is started watering with the name of chocolate. Thank you, ma'am.
No, I didn't even know about the World Chocolate Day, but anyway, because of ma'am, I could know about the day. Now,
also
I'm happy
Thank
that
you,
you all participated and the program and went well throughout. And I'll be looking forward for your participation again in the Fertile Brains Open Mic Recital.
Thank you, madam.
I want to thank especially to Brother Prasanna for always organizing and hosting the program. And because of my own work and family life, I couldn't participate as much as I want to, but sometimes I do come in on his request, on brother's request, though I am not active much on any of the media. But I really love to hear all the wonderful verses of all of you, and happy to be here in this space of Fertile Brains, as well as among all the company of all you beautiful poets with your inspiring words. It gives me happiness always. That 1 or 2 hour hosting always gives me immense happiness and always makes me feel that okay, I am a part of all of you. Even few words from you makes me feel very happy, and it gives me a lot of energy also, inspiration and motivation to keep moving in life. And happy that you all could make it today. And thanks for participating in this. So now I formally end this event by giving thanks to Brother Prasanna and all of you. Once again, thank you for being here in this Zoom platform, and I'm looking forward again for another such event, maybe.
Thank
Very
you,
soon.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, very much. So happy we are to see you here.
Thank you so much, Shilpa ma'am. Thank you so much, Kumar Prasanna ji.
Yeah, we are
Thank
also happy to see you, Shilpa ma'am.
Enjoyed hearing everyone.
Nice opportunity
Okay,
for
see
all of
you.
us.
See you, ma'am. See you,
Thank you
ma'am.
very much for hosting. Thank you. Thank
Lovely hosting.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, bye.
Take care. Bye.
See you
Bye,
again.
everyone.
Have a good day, all of
week.
you. Yeah, bye. And a beautiful week ahead.
Ganga Lakshmi ma'am, namaskar.
Madam.
Madam, namaskar, movie odia.
Acha, what's your name, madam?
चॉकलेट
लगेगा
पसंद है
अपनों को
आपको
देखी।
लगेगा
हाँ।
गंगा लक्ष्मी मैम चॉकलेट लेके आना था आपको यहाँ
Chocolate.
पे देने के लिए।
Now we are all drooling.
Yes,
मुंह से
yes.
लाल टपक रहा है
Everyone
मैम,
can
आपका
share the
poetry is
chocolate
so
on the
sweet.
table. Ganga Lakshmi ma'am provoked everyone. And I will introduce with the date. 7th July is the chocolate day. We never know this. very informative. Thank you so much.
Nice reminder.
Love
Thank you, all of
Take
you.
care. Bye bye. Bye
Bye
everyone.
bye.
Bye.